everyone, this is Akhilesh Kumar Bind, PGT English, Kendriya Vidyalaya, Tengravali. I hope you all will be fine. Hello friends, before going to deal with a topic, we have some sentences. Now listen carefully. The first sentence is Tamanna is listening a song. Now what is here? As we all know, this is helping verb and we dealt with this in tense. Second sentence, Rupa can sing a song. What is sing here? As you all know, sing is a verb which is main verb, but what is this can here? Third sentence, Sonam has gone to Bomdila. Now this is again helping verb and we also say this as auxiliary verb. Fourth one, we should complete our task. What is should here? Next one, Kajal must visit her home. Next one, Nima used to run very fast when she was child. We are familiar with this was helping verb. And last one is may I come in. And this we commonly use in our school while coming into the class. It's clear? So what are these? Should, must, used to and may. About these today we will deal, and these are models in English grammar. It's clear? Now friends, first of all, definition of models. Listen carefully. The verbs can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, used to, ought to, has to, have to, had to, need and dare are called modal verbs, are modals or secondary auxiliary verbs. They are used before ordinary or main verbs and express meanings such as permission, possibility, certainty and necessity. Dear friends, here ordinary are main verbs as we have seen in sentences as sing, visit, these are main verbs. Okay, so these verbs can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, used to, these are used before main verbs. Why? To express meanings such as permission. When we say may I come in sir, may I come in, so there what we need? Permission. And possibility, when we say he may be at home, certainty, necessity. Okay, so for these expressions we use models. It's clear? This is the definition of models. It's clear? Now what are the nature of models? So first is models are never used alone. As now in this definition, they are used before ordinary or main verbs. Okay, they are always used before main verbs to express these meanings. It's clear? Now, so that is the first nature of models. What are models are never used alone. As for example, I can upon the flute. Okay, this is incorrect. What we need here? We need a main verb. Now see this, I can play upon the flute. Now this is correct. Can is your model auxiliary verb. Secondary, we also say these secondary auxiliary verbs. Okay, so here can, this is model and play is the main verb. Now before this it has been used, so this is correct. Now second nature of models. Models don't have the infinitive form. Okay, example, be must, don't use, must to, get there before. Okay, uh, what is infinitive? We all know that before main verb we use to. I used to sing, to play, like this. Okay, don't use here. Where we use like this. If we use used to, ought to, has to, sometimes have to, had to, there you can use, because these are models. Okay, not infinitive. It's clear here. And now uh, this is it's clear, I think. Be must to get there before, it's incorrect, and when we say be must get there before, this is correct. Now third nature of models. uh, Models don't change according to the number or person of the subject. Sometimes the verbs form and helping verbs also change. Okay, now see here, I can sing, I first person pronoun, and we can sing, same. Okay, there is no changing, can, okay, and they can sing, whether this is first, second, or whatever is that, there is no changing. He can, okay, he can also, it's singular, and these are plural, but there is no change. That's why models don't change according to the number or person of the subject. I hope it would be clear to you. This is a table for you. Now take help of this table, where we use some common models. Okay, so if where we use can to show ability, permission, request, possibility, and for could, ability, permission, request, possibility, shall, officiality, willingness, suggestion, insistence, offer, pursuit, obligation, admissibility, necessity, officiality, will, willingness, prediction, insistence, request, in question, would, willingness, habitual, action in the past, probability, wish, may, purpose, permission, concession, possibility, might, permission, possibility, must, compulsion, obligation, provision, ought to, desirability, a duty, obligation, have to, necessity, had better, admissibility with threat of bad result. Okay, so this is a table, and if we remember these things, we can use models properly. Okay, so learn it. Dear friends, here you will learn where to use and how to use your models. Okay, so first is will. Number one, to show promise, intention, willingness, determination with the first person I and we. Okay, so always remember these things where we use such models, and we all know will is also helping verb in future tense. But when we try to show these things, so here it will work as model, not here helping verb. It's clear? So don't confuse about this. Example, I will change the system of our organization. This is determination. We will help you, willingness. I will give you a gift of your choice. Here is promise. Okay. Now listen carefully how it shows determination. When we say I will change the system of our organization, when we say I will do this, we will, okay, I will do this, I will complete my task, that is determination. And here we will help you, here is willingness. And now here the sense of promise. Second, to express a request, invitation, insistence, assumption, and characteristic or habit. Examples are here. Will you please help me? Now here request. What we are doing here, we are requesting here. Will you please help me? She will be in the school during school hours. Here assumption. Now here we are assuming that where she will be? She will be in the school during school hours. Here, now the lion will usually kill animals. This is the habit. If we want to show use will in negative sense, so we use will not or won't. Okay. Now examples, these are examples. Oh, okay. And now here second one is would. Would is the past form of will. Okay, so it expresses the past form of will. Now it's clear. He informed me that he would dance in my marriage function. The problem was how he would reach there. And also to express past habit. Suppose we have habits in present time in the same manner. Sometimes we had habit in past time. So if such expression we have to express, so use in this way. He would drink a cup of coffee in the morning. This was past habit. My father would get up early in the morning. We also use would for request. Would you please give me your bike? Would you like to spend this evening with me? Okay. To express wish, I wish she would be healthy. You would be an engineer. Okay, so here is a wish of someone for other. Fifth one is to express an imaginary condition. Okay, now listen carefully. I would have a big house if I earn rupees 10 crore every year. Okay, so this is imaginary condition. Okay, sometimes we say if I were a bird, we would fly in the sky. Okay, so if you imagine in such a way, so use would here. Of would not and won't. Okay, she would not get up early in the morning. Is clear? Now after will and would, we have shall. To ask for suggestion, request, advice with the first person I, we in the interrogative. Okay, shall we start the class? This is advice. Shall I have a cup of coffee from your shop? This is request. Shall we open a new shop? This is suggestion. When we say, shall we open a new shop? Now second, in the second and third person, to indicate threat, warning, command, promise, assurance, and determination. Use of shall. Okay. If suppose you are going to use expression of command, so what you will say? You shall go now. You shall go now. You shall go now. If you sit with a bad voice, you shall be punished. This is a threat. When we sometimes we say, if you come late in the class, we will punish you in the same manner. She shall get a bicycle. This is promise, and this is the negative form of shall. And after that, should is the past form of shall. To express duty or obligation, I should help my friends. This is duty. You should not be lazy. This is obligation. You should respect your elders. This is your duty. To express opinion, they should be on the way to Jaipur. To give or take advice or suggestion, we should go to the temple. This is very common. We always give advice to others. Okay. After lest or when someone expresses fear, walk carefully lest you should fall down. We use should with lest in this sense. Okay. They started early lest they should miss the train. With lest we use should. Negative sense of form of should not and shouldn't. Okay, these are examples. Now we have uh, uses of can to express an ability, capability, capacity or power. Now listen carefully. I can lift 60 kg. She can pass the MBA examination. Can you understand English language? I can grant you leave. She can swim across the river. Now these examples show these expressions. To show a possibility, we also use can to show a possibility. She can fall on the road. I can go there. That is possibility. I can go there. And to take or give permission, can I sit here? You can park your scooter here. Negative form of can. Now, okay, listen here carefully. Now see it. Cannot. Cannot. Don't separate this. Cannot. And in short, can't. See, can't run fast. They cannot climb on the mountain. Okay, sometimes what we do, be separate can and not. So don't separate cannot. Cannot. Okay, cannot speak against you. Could. Could is the past form of can to express ability, talent in the past. It's very simple. They could win the game last month. She could sing beautifully. Second uses of could to express a polite request. Okay, we use could for polite request. Could I have your pen? Could I ride on your bike? Negative form of could not, and couldn't. Okay. You could not smoke at the railway station. You couldn't cook delicious food. Now here, could not, like this. May, to show possibility or probability. You may attend the school today. That is the possibility. She may win the match. That is possibility. Now, okay, first is probability. You may attend the school today. To give, to take permission. Now this is very common. May I come in? Yes, you may come in. To wish or pray, may you get well soon. May God bless you with a child. To show a purpose, my friend is joining a new company so that he may achieve his target. He's working hard so that he may win. As for example, we say we come to school so that we may learn. Negative form of may not, may not. This is very simple. Now we have uh, some other. Might is the past form of may to express less possibility. When we use might, so what is the use of might here? Number one, to express less possibility. If we use can, so that is more possibility. When we use might, that is less possibility. He might help us. There is less possibility that he will help. Okay, that's why he might help us. She might be a winner in the competition. And for permission also, might I begin to reveal the truth? Might I start speaking? To express guess. That might be Rohit. When we see someone, that time we make guess. What we say? That might be he or she, like that. Negative form of might not, mightn't. I might not rain. Okay, like this. Must. Now use of must to express a necessity or obligation. You must take part in the competition. You must love our motherland. To indicate assumption or conclusion. She must be here in the evening. Mr. A.K. Gupta must be a good teacher. In case of provision, you must not bunk school. Negative form of must not, must not. Okay. So these are this. And now use of have to, has to, had to. To express obligation or compulsion while talking about rules, laws. I have to reach school early. She has to work late in the office. They had to follow the instruction. Negative form of have to, don't have to. Okay, I don't have to cook the food at home. She doesn't have to work till late in the office. Okay. Now to more use of need not, dare, and used. Okay. So need and dare are considered semi-modals because they can be used either as modal auxiliaries or a main verb. Sometimes we use need and dare as a main verbs also. Now as a modals, need and need to. As a modal auxiliary verb in negative terms, it indicates absence of obligation. It expresses the speaker's authority or advice, and it is used for the present and the future. As you need not type this letter. The interrogative is formed by inversion. Need I speak to him? Its past is had needed to. In the affirmative sentence, need not have in the negative and need have in the interrogative. So where we use the past of need is had needed to. It's clear, and we use this in the affirmative sentence. Okay, don't be confused here. And need not have in the negative sentence and need have in the interrogative. It's clear. Now see example, need I have gone to him, interrogative in the past. I had needed to go to him, this is affirmative in the past. You need not have gone to meet him, negative in the past. You need not to go to the barber, your hair are too long, affirmative in the future. Okay, so this is here. Dare, as a model auxiliary, dare refers to being bold and courageous. The negative is found by dare not and the interrogative by inversion. Now look here. Dare we talk to them? I dare not disturb them. Last one is used to. A discontinued habit or a past situation which is no more in the present. He used to drink daily. Okay, now this is past habit, something existing in the past. This used to be a dense jungle before. Okay, so these are functions and uses of models. Now watch this audio lesson and listen the voice carefully so that you can take help and note down all these things, and if you note down all things and learn all the given things, you will be able to use models in English grammar properly and correctly. And sometimes a question is asked to edit, so in that edition you will get also these problems related this. That's why be careful, listen properly and make notes. If any doubt, please ask me. Thank you friends.